Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is another episode of Faith It Friday with your dynamic duo, D and Lida. We have another hitter for you guys tonight. Y'all know this is one of the hot days of the week where we get somebody else on and we take a back seat and let put them in the driver's seat and they get to share their faith walk with our audience. And I am so excited that I have a fellow mathematician that has left the classroom. We spent a year together,
Yeah.
but we had great conversation. We built camaraderie, and I'm just excited. I've been following him and watching his story just grow and his faith grow. So I'm excited to have him on. So I'm really not going to go into too many introductions for me because he's a talker. No, I'm just saying. But so I want him to have total control because he has a faith, a connection to Jesus, to God that is amazing. And so I want to give him all of the time that he so richly deserves. So it's D, um, part of Freedom Growers. And here's my girl, Lida. Go ahead, honey. Uh-oh. She must have pressed the
Back
wrong
up.
button. And here's my girl.
Girl, yes, I'm over here trying to share on the phone, trying to multitask over here, trying to get the word out that we are on and are you.
Right, he
Yes,
is live. Come on in.
everybody. We are so glad that you are with us tonight. Y'all already know, like Dee said, the Freedom Growers mission, you all, is to plant seeds and grow fruit for your mind, your body, and your pocketbooks. And so tonight, we are definitely feeding you some seeds for your mind because the main thing that stops you from doing what it is you want to do is your mind. But what keeps you going is your faith, and we are so steadfast about that we just have just taken a back seat. We're not in the driver's seat tonight. We're giving God the front seat, though we give him that in our life, but we are making it a forefront that we are doing it to serve his people. For us, this is just always an honor to have our special guests on. Just proclaiming that faith in action does work. Faith is not just a word that we just use blatantly or just laymanly, just because it sounds good, just because it
Mhm.
looks good. Faith is not a trend. Faith is not a trend. And so for us to be able to express that to you, it's more to us to let you hear our guests talk about their faith. You already know the Freedom Goers are full of faith. But you know what? There was someone else's faith that kept us going. So it's
Mhm.
always a pleasure and an honor to have our special guests on every Friday. And we have just been so blessed to be able to do this with you all every Friday. Just to let you see different people's walks of life, people's different gender, right? Because a lot of times y'all see just me and D, and some of y'all think this is just a show for just ladies, and no, it's not. It's a
Mhm.
show for the people. It's a show for God's children. It's a show for people that don't know God to maybe get to know Him through a different avenue, not just the pulpit. So we just are
Mhm.
so excited that Mr. McCoy is with us tonight. Coach McCoy is with us. And listen, y'all, I've been in the back room, so y'all already know. I know it's about to be fire tonight. So I hope y'all ready. I hope y'all fine as wine at 9. If you got your wine, that's fine too.
I'm rocking with
So
my water,
yes, I
but
brought my water.
I got my pen and paper ready because I know he got some fire.
Absolutely. That is a must on Faith and Friday. Bring that pen and paper for your fire note.
Okay.
So we will let him take it away.
All right. It's you, Coach. Introduce yourself to the people.
My name is Daryl McCoy. Like Miss Anthony said, I was actually a co-teacher with her, and even through my trial at Carter, it wasn't something I was used to. I had just got from Mississippi, and that was my first job in Texas. The academics was totally different from what I was used to. I wasn't used to the co-teaching and the project. So Miss Anthony actually she was actually my neighbor. So we was actually next door to each other, and she she kept me positive. Like it was a lot of times, even that quarter, I was discouraged because like I was teaching and I was coaching, but I actually felt like I was being penalized for coaching and being a teacher. So it's been plenty of days when she come in the morning, I actually listen to nothing but gospel music the first part of the morning. So and that actually helped me motivate through the day. But she made the process in a transition a lot easier. So and as some of our conversation, we always talk highly about God. I was always a firm believer into what God has for me. But as we all do, we all face trials and tribulations.
Mhm.
So and I felt like my adjustment from the Mississippi to Texas wasn't as fluent as I thought it was going to be. The process wasn't easy, but at the same time, God placed certain people in your life to help you grow. And Miss Anthony was one of those people. So, and like I said, I remember plenty of times when I wanted to give up, I wanted to quit. I didn't think that our team was working like it's supposed to be. But Miss Anthony, she was on the same page as I was. She didn't. So I felt like, okay, well, if she's going through it, it's not just me. But then I branched out and said, well, this school or the school district wasn't the school district I want to be a part of. I didn't like I said, their pay rate or the way that they pay the employees. So I said it was time for me to go. I had no clue where I was going to land, but I actually just told the principal I'm not returning. So that was one of my faiths. I actually was standing out in front. So I always had a successful record in coaching. Had changed 3 different programs around. I've been to the Coliseum to in basketball. I had back-to-back consecutive 20-win seasons. So I knew I landed a job, but at the same time, I wasn't certified in math. So I was still fighting the certification at the same time. I was certified in Mississippi, but not in Texas. So I put in my resume for different schools. A lot of schools called me. Miss Anthony's school she went to, they was actually, I talked to them also, but she ended up landing the math job instead of me, but we're not going to talk about that.
You never told me that.
Yeah, but they end up having a coach. He was going to bring me in as another assistant, but I started putting into private schools, Catholic schools. So once I got an interview, I actually prayed and I prayed, say, God, if this is the position you want, send me there. So I ended up going to Riker Catholic High School. I ended up going that summer to transition, and just the overall faith in the spiritual build, just being there, it changed my whole life and my whole aspects of what Texas is about. I'm not going to say it was perfect, but just being able to talk to God on a day-to-day basis. You know that they say there's no prayer in the classroom, but at this school, you're allowed to pray in the classroom. So that helped me change also. But then getting out of the classroom, I had the vision of helping kids grow athletically and spiritually. So, and that's where Destined for Greatness came about. So if you see Destined for Greatness, our overall purpose was to lead families to God through sports. So, and it branched out with just me. So, and then once we start building on, you start adding other people with the same vision as me. And then like a true testimony, we've been trying, once I left Riker, I didn't have a place to train no more. Training was pretty much my other means of income. Mm-hmm. So, and once my back was against the wall, I'm started going to 3 different places training. So, and then I started saying, okay, well, let's grow this. I have AAU programs. They don't have no place to train. So I continue to build and continue to work. But I also remember with things that I learned from my great grandmother. If you prayed about something and you haven't received it, then you should be happy. Don't dwell on the negative, because God has something in store for you. So I kept pushing. So we end up going to finding this place. One of my board members' family owned it. So we end up finding this place. So I was happy. I'm like, yeah, this is the place. We're going to get this place going. Blah, 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 blah. It didn't happen like that. So we went from going to do deals. I met with the attorneys. I met with the people who owned the building. I met with my board members. I met with the family who was investors of me. And December 31st, I get the phone call. We're going to buy the land. That's probably the happiest New Year's present I ever had. So long story short, we go and buy it. And all of a sudden, everything didn't match up how they want to match up. And it goes from we about to purchase it to now our back against the wall, somebody else about to lease it. So we done brought everything, had everything lined up. So going into COVID, my time expired at the building. I had a short-term lease. My time expired. I'm saying, man, where am I about to train? I done told everybody we got this building. I done went from building to building to building. So I said, God, is this what you want me to do? So I actually thought about giving out of training. So I actually thought about getting out of training, just focusing on teaching. But I knew that God had gave me a gift. I knew he gave me a gift to deal with people. I knew he gave me a gift with training. And so I said, oh, God, if this is what you want, get it. So I made a note on my phone. I didn't get, when COVID shut us down, I couldn't file for unemployment because I was still a certified teacher. I couldn't actually grow my business, grow the organization. By the time COVID ends, they told us it was going to be March. My lease was up. So I said, God, what are you trying to tell me? So, but I made a note on my phone. Still today, I look at it, I say, I never feel the way I felt April the 28th. God, everything is yours. Whatever you do, I'm going to do it. So, and after that, I kid you not, it just started taking off. I went from 2 clients. We started shooting videos. My top client gets Syntex Player of the Year. Other kids start seeing him training, how he developed. They start coming in. So I went from 2 clients to 12 clients to working 8 to 8 every day. So unlike today, even today, I have a total of, I want to say 146 clients, and they travel from everywhere for training. And it's not even including the ones from the summer camps. I meant the skills camps. So in all I have to say is that if you have a vision and you have a goal and God presented to you, just like you all's Faith on Friday, if God presented to you and you go and follow his will, he's always going to open doors. So every day I wake up, I say, God, I have a for-profit and a nonprofit. I say, God, open up the doors for Destined for Greatness Incorporated. Open up the doors for Destined for Greatness Basketball. Whatever doors you open, I want to go through them. If those are doors that you not wanting me to go through, shut them. So, and then I firmly believe that if you shut a door, I won't be upset about it because I know that he opened or closed that door. So that's the story of Destined for Greatness.
Wow. Wow. What a story. If y'all need to fire up the chat, y'all need to fire up the chat. Let's see. My mom, that's my mom, May Wright. Look at God. Yolanda, thank you so much for tuning in. God will definitely change your story if you give him, if you take his will and not your own. If you bow down, that's the word I wanted to use. Bow down to his will as opposed to seeking your own will. Destined for Greatness. I'm assuming that is for life.
Yeah. And see, and that's my honest point. When you have people like that, you have people like Miss Yolanda. She's been a main supporter of her daughter support our organization with training in AAU, but she's been one of the parents, the backbone. Most people, when they see Destined for Greatness, they see me, but it's really not me. It's my spouse. It's the parents like that. They always push Destined for Greatness. They do it more than me. So it's like even my assistant coach or the one who's over the AAU program, Chris Wilson, they do a lot of job promoting. So I just be the face of it.
You just the face of
it. But it's pretty much more of them. And that's why I say God lined up the right people for the organization. So that's how I know it's his will. So all those posts y'all see on Facebook, Destined for Greatness, that's not me. That's them doing. That's the old parents. I think we have more T-shirts than the T-shirt company. We have all type of logos on the back. They're always putting more idea. Miss Yolanda actions over our outreach and community program. So like right now we doing Miss Yolanda, what's the name of it? So I won't get it wrong.
Okay.
Don't focus on the cans, but the can, something like that. She's doing a can good drive.
Right. So you have to have somebody that sees the vision, that it's okay to work your vision, to see it through for his glory.
Yeah, she's gonna talk the whole time. She's just like me talking. So like it just God plays simple people like that, the average parents. We're not talking about just fully wealthy parents. We're talking about the parents that we deal with every day in the classroom.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the parents that are actually behind the organization, because those are the ones shows the true meaning of what God does. And I used to tell the kids at Riker, because Riker was full of wealthy kids.
Mm-hmm.
I used to tell them all the time, God can care less about your money. He the one gave it to you. He can take it any day. Oh, there you go. We focus on the cans, not the cans.
Yep. I like
So,
that.
Yes.
For the food drive. I like that.
yeah, and so we're doing the camp food drive. She does all that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like I said, I owe a lot of what goes on to people like that. And like it's more than just me behind Destined for Greatness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is so good.
Oh, I was
So,
just told by my significant other to slow down. I'm talking too fast. So
your
she put me on.
significant other.
Yeah, she
Oh,
told. Yeah, she's in the room listening. She told me I'm talking too fast, so I have to slow down. So that means I have to take a deep breath. So just like that, support system like that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Can you
Lavera,
stand up and let the people see your
we
shirt?
listen fast, Mr. McCoy. We listen fast. You all right?
You know, I don't know how to work my camera.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
you good. So that's his
Yeah.
design. Destined for Greatness. So, since I brought that one up, what's behind the lion?
The line is like when you think about the line, even to today, I ask God when I'm facing an obstacle, I ask God to give me the strength of Samson. So a lot of stuff that we feel that we can't do, we can't overcome, when all you need to do is pray for strength. So, and with the lion, if you look at the lion, you know the lion stands alone and the lion stands out. So even when we go to AAU basketball games, everybody say it's something about that lion. So that's how I know the lion was created for our organization. And if you look inside the lion, you actually see the DFG inside of it.
I don't think I've ever paid attention to that. I see it. Okay.
So, and that's why I know it was extra must. And we're actually in the process now of getting our name and logo patent and trademarked. So, and God opened that door also.
Right. That's awesome.
So, and then we tell the kids all the time in training that our goal is to help you reach your full potential. You're not going to go to everybody's not going to go to the NBA, but in our training, in our organization, you learn something more important than a game of basketball. You learn a strong work ethic that'll carry you farther than life. You learn skills to deal with relationships and people. So it's different things than you learn in Destined for Greatness, and not just basketball or volleyball.
Right. I love that. So, has there been a point where you just wanted to say, you know what, I'm done. I'm just gonna throw in the towel?
Yeah, it was like I said, it was during COVID. It was mainly because once we was in the process of looking for our facility so we can call home, it was that I kid you not, I went through like 3 or 4 months meeting with people, getting everything lined up, and just to come to a day when they're saying that somebody else is about to lease it. So, and then we're like, God. So, and then, like I said, I went through the process that actually, honestly, calling a spade, that I was actually in the gym training when a company from Colorado came down to look at the facility. So I was in there training. I think, and like when I train in the morning times, I have to listen to my gospel music. COVID had just hit. We had just opened back up. So I had some younger kids in there. And then I think what happened, how God worked, was the guy who was the CEO of the company that was about to lease it, he stopped and watched me training kids. So he said he never saw a coach work with kids like that. So he said his son's been playing basketball and he never saw anything like that. So I think it woke the people who the family that owns it, they were walking them through the building, and it woke them up, and they said, okay, and we actually got it at a cheaper rate.
Wow.
So, and I was just saying that was after I said that, God, if it's thy will, let thy will be done.
When you release it, it's like you've given him, I'm fully giving you my trust. I'm believing that if this is what you want me to have, then it's going to happen or it's not going to happen. And for someone to come down that was going to actually come and lease or purchased the building to it's pretty much relinquish it and said, no, I want you to have it and to get it for cheaper.
Yeah, and that's what I said. That's when I knew. That's when I knew then that it was God wanting me in that facility, because, like I said, we looked at 3 more different facilities. I was about to partner with another fitness trainer, but like I said, all the other doors shut, and this door kept open. So Bianca used to tell me all the time. Bianca is the one and only. That's the one keep me on my toes. She used to tell me all the time, I don't think God wants you to have that building. I don't think God wants you to have a building. Just let it go. I don't want you to have that building because you're fighting so hard for it. Go look at another building. We'll go get another building. So it's like I started believing her. I said, okay, well, let's go look at another building. Let's go look at another building. And I like that building. We both like that building, but what they was asking,
that was her talking, but that wasn't God talking.
Yeah, but we both at that time. She had just was shut down because of COVID, also because she owns her own salon. So we both shut down to COVID. So we were just trying to find out what God wanted from us. We used to walk probably that was the most I ever walked. We used to walk about 2 to 3 miles every day. And so when you walk in 2-3 miles, you're actually walking for like hours.
Oh yeah.
We'll meditate. We'll listen to gospel. We'll talk about plans of what we're going to do. And like she said, I think from hers, it was more a frustration of what I went through. And she said, don't dwell on it. And then once we start putting it in God's hand, even today, we put a lot of our decisions in God's hand. So I called one of the guys who family owns the company. He's actually on my board for the nonprofit. So I texted him and I said, Coach, I don't think I want to train no more. I said, I think I want to leave. I said, I don't know if this is what God wants me to do. I'm tired. I'm mentally drained and physically drained. He said, you can't give up. So, and then I tell everybody, every day after that day, and after I made that note on my phone, and she still get mad at me, I probably watched that Kevin Hart series, the new one. I don't curse, so it was something, I can't F this up like that.
Oh, yes.
Like that. I probably watched that series about 50 times. Because I saw how his work ethic in season 1, he do the same work ethic in him. God gave me the ability to do the same work ethic in my profession. I can grow just like him. And then I used to listen to Eric Thomas every morning. Every morning after my gospel, I look at Eric Thomas. I'll watch Kevin Hart. And that's actually what helps motivate me to go day by day. Even today, when I get drained, I look at Kevin Hart. I still listen to my gospel music. And now it's different because I know God done paved the way.
Right.
So I know it's his journey as well as mine. And I'm just the man that he's pushing through this journey. Like Miss London and them always say, is that God gave this opportunity a man with a vision and a passion, and not just a man with a vision.
Right. Vision and a passion. I like that.
So, but me and Bianca, we was in there. We just started renovating the weight room. We got in there and painted ourselves. And she actually told me painting is not my occupation. She said, stick to coaching. She said, she told me I'm not allowed to paint the house. So
she's like,
yeah. She said, because I go too fast. I'll be
trying. That's not your strength, sugar. That ain't your strength. God didn't give that to you. Hold up.
Yeah, he ain't give me that skill.
Yeah, know your strengths and your weaknesses.
He ain't give me that skill.
Do what you can and pay for what you can't.
Yeah, but no, we can't pay right now. We gonna get in there and do it ourselves. Oh. We still cheap.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, he gave us, like, we just renovated the weight room. So now not only do our kids can come in there, well, not only can our kids come in there and train, but they actually have, look, she done put everything on. I told you, it's not just me.
Is it in Waco, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I told you, it's not just me. And like I said, right after this, we actually giving back. Last year before COVID hit, I think it was Feast of the East, when we went and did the feed the homeless thing, and Miss Yolanda was the one to set it up. And so it's been a great journey. I won't take anything or change anything. If I don't think that I'd be who I am today if we would have purchased that building December the 31st. So and that's another reason why I firmly believe that a lot of things we pray for, we have to continue to stay focused, and that's where your faith come in at. Because if we would have purchased the building December 31st, what happened when COVID hit?
Right.
No income.
None.
So now
But
we're
you have outcome.
So and so that's why a lot of times we have to remember that we're praying for a lot of stuff, and we want stuff to happen on our timing, but God has the perfect timing. So if we just stay focused and wait on Him, then He's going to give you everything that you ask for and more. And if you don't get it, then it's not meant for you to be, and He's going to give you something better.
Yes, and I wrote that earlier. Great grandma. Let me pull it up. Sure, I got her quote right.
Yeah. So, and that was the spiritual being. Like I grew up in poverty. My family was they wasn't in church. My great grandmother was in church. So my great grandmother, I still remember getting peppermints every morning, pinching me when I go to sleep. So I still remember those days with the old school spirituals. But if it wasn't for her instilling just introducing me to God and Jesus, I don't think that, no disrespect to my other family, but I don't think, besides my mom, I don't think that I would have been introduced to it like she did. And so even like me, I'm a man, I done been to a lot of different churches. So I still firmly believe that there's, no matter what religion you are, there's still only one God. So you can call him what you want, but it's still the same God. And it's still the same God. It's still going to give you the same things that your heart desire if you just trust him.
Absolutely. How is your baby girl?
All she do now is play Roblox. She's doing good in school. She has all A's. She does competitive cheer. But like all she does now is YouTube and Roblox.
I get it.
I also have
Roblox and the Among Us people, whatever it
is. She get it on our phone. She have us playing it. She got us hooked. But she does pretty much about a month and a half ago, I was in the gym training, and she has started picking up the basketball. So I think she's gonna.
I saw a post of her. I was like, oh my gosh, she's gotten so big.
Yeah, but if you actually do, she
it's been what, 3 years, I guess.
Yeah, but if you actually do, she want to play on a team, she say no. So and like Bianca said, I think sometimes she does it just to get more attention from me, because she see the interaction. And Bianca does an excellent job keeping me grounded, saying that you do have a daughter that needs time. So now I try to limit a lot of things I do on weekends, because if it was me, I'll work 24/7. I'll work to see that vision come through. But like she's done an excellent job helping me maintain a family life as well as sports. Because like on the average day now, I get out of practice at about 4 o'clock. I go from the gym to 4 to 8. So my whole day gone, and that's pretty much every day. So just having people like her surrounding me are saying, you still have family, you still have a lot of things. She make me take vacation days. We actually have a date weekend every month where I know basketball.
That's awesome.
And that's huge also.
But they help you to recharge too.
Yeah, and that's what I'm still learning how to do, because I'll go, and then when I get tired, God give me the strength of Samson, and I just go.
So I hope you guys have been enjoying this. I can't even get my pen to write fast enough, or my mind to pause to think, to get that next point in. Coach, what is next for you?
Well, actually, we're actually in the process now of renovating the other locker room. We're gonna go and try to build the after school tutorial program. With our nonprofit, we have a college readiness program where we try to help kids with the TSI, SAT, PSAT, state testing. But state testing has been kind of crazy this year, but we're going to actually have a center where kids can come, especially like right now. It would have been a perfect time, and if we would have got everything renovated, a lot of kids that struggling virtual or don't have internet access will provide tutoring and other things like that for them. So now, since the for-profit has pretty much grown, now is to try to grow more of the aspects of the nonprofit, where we can offer opportunities for others. We actually partner with Rappaport High School, the school that I'm at. We're going to allow 6 kids to come intern next semester to teach them how to run a business, to teach them how to interact with parents from marketing, advertisement.
Oh, that is so good.
So, and then there are mostly juniors, 5 juniors, 1 seniors. So it's supposed to be a 2-year internship because Rappaport is like a career pathway. So, and they have a health and wellness part of it. So we're going to actually just teach kids. It's more than a training facility. It's more than just getting out there training. It's a lot of ins and outs in it.
The whole being, taking care of every aspect of your life. Because like you said, basketball might not be that go-to type of career. Oh, Yolanda said, don't forget health and nutrition classes. Honey, she is on it.
If nobody else would have tuned in, I know 2 people would actually tune in. Bianca and Yolanda.
Yep.
I know they was going to tune in.
Okay. Amen. That is awesome.
Don't forget about the health and wellness classes. We provide services for those too. And then we actually have one of the parents called me today. We actually, I want to say, don't quote me on the date, but we have the guy coming in to speak to our seniors about FAFSA. So in our organization provides stuff like that, the correct way to do FAFSA. We have someone else coming in to speak about NCAA clearinghouse with the new rules and new things that they've been doing because of COVID.
Wow, that is awesome. Do you guys do anything with Baylor since y'all are so close?
We haven't not actually got hands on with Baylor, but Baylor department is the one doing our trademark and patent. Then we have a lot of clients that their parents are either alums of Baylor or work at Baylor and things like that. So it's pretty much, we haven't just really just gotten out there with the nonprofit because we just truly getting our own facility in March. So we're trying to grow it. We're trying to get Baylor kids to come and help out. We're trying to get our kids to go to different events at Baylor just so they can see there's more to life than just high school. Encourage them to go to college and search for their degrees. And like I said, our overall goal is to help them reach their full potential.
Right. And I had this one question, then we can bring this to an end. But I know you said a lot of the kids won't go to the next level. They may go to college, but they may not go to the NBA or what have you. Does your program talk about all of the different aspects behind the scenes when it comes to basketball? Because there's so much more.
And that's one thing that we're working on now. We have another program down here in Waco called Crossover. So me and him, we were meeting before COVID came about. Then we ended up stopping. So with Crossover, when we partner with them, that is going to allow, like for our kids that going to go to the NBA, they went through all these years of training. They had developed all this knowledge of the basketball. What are they going to do? So like right now we have 2 kids that actually came back and does trainings. So they're able to train with our kids. So we offer opportunities for them to come back and help the others, even the ones make it. Like we have Emoji at OU. We have Xavier Armstead at La Tech. We have kids, Blake Dwyer at University of Dallas. We actually have a kid that's going to sign Tuesday, go Division I to American University. Our goal for them, I told them they don't have to give us anything, just provide the opportunity for someone else. So that's all we ask. We give you all this time. All you do is come back and help someone else. Tell them what you did. We bring a lot of our top players in the area to do our like skills camps. We're going to have them volunteer. We're going to have them helping out. So if they pave the way for someone else, then that's all you can ask for.
You got a connect and a collab. This is Keldrick Porter. He he's a minister at my mom's church in Baton Rouge. And so he has his own mentoring program there. And so he would love to connect and collaborate with you.
Okay.
He does some mentorship. So, hey, I've always said that I love being a conduit. If I can be a conduit for something great to happen, let that be. So, yes, he says great work. So,
we'll love the collab. I gotta go to Mississippi for Thanksgiving break. So that's in Baton Rouge, right?
Baton Rouge. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you just straight across the top and you just down 20. But
yeah, we used to be in Baton Rouge a lot of time.
Yeah.
So I love to come collaborate. Like I said, it's all part of God's will, God's journey. Whatever God allow us to do, my life story alone from poverty to where I am now. I remember my 8th grade teacher told me I'd be dead or in jail by the time I turned 18. And so, but
Is
things
she
like
still
that,
living?
things like that was my motivation. So,
Right.
and the way my life is, if you tell me I can't do something, I'm gonna show you how strong God is.
Okay. You don't know my God, right?
Yeah.
You absolutely don't know my God. All right. So, how can others get in touch with you, get to know more about what Destined for Greatness has going on?
Well, you can follow us on social media. Our website is www.d4gb.net. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram, and I'm surprised Yolanda haven't text nothing up.
I know, right?
So we're on social media. Destined for Greatness Basketball on Facebook. D4GB Basketball on Instagram, and like I said, we're on Twitter. So the main sources that we use is probably Facebook and Instagram. We're still trying to put in the kinks of PR department. So right now it's like I said, we advertise a lot, but on Facebook you're most likely to see our skills camps. We're in a process now of working on scholarships. I know we have the Derek Jarvis after one of my college teammates who passed 2 years ago. We have his scholarship for us, people who's doing well in the community. And like I said, our goal is to help everybody reach their full potential and show them and use the gift of God. We're going to put it like this. We show people how great God is through ourselves. We don't go and force our religion on anyone. We just show them the things that God did for our lives and let that be the determining factor. At the same time,
your life is the only Bible that some people may ever read. So if you're beating them over the head with it, they're not going to read it. Let them see the scriptures through your life. I like that.
So and like I said, that's the overall journey of me. It's a lot of stuff that happened before I got to Dallas Car. That's a lot of stuff that happened in my childhood. So if like it's just a true testimony of where I come from to where I am now. The neighborhood we were in, that grew up in, a lot of people didn't make it out. I can barely count. I still go home today. A lot of my childhood friends are still in the neighborhood. So my life has been a journey, and like I said, I don't take it for granted. I told you, please look for activities going on in December. We have the toy drive. I think she want me to mention that. We have the holiday camps, and we also have the bi-weekly skills camp. Okay. So and then like we're really looking forward to launching the nonprofit after school mentorship as 2021 approaches in January, because we're going to start 2021 out strong. We didn't have a bad 2020, but it stops a lot of things that we had in plan.
Yeah, that's like I say, I don't have my rubber band. It's just a pullback. It's just a pullback that's going to launch you.
And so that's why I said it's pretty much God's time. And I think one of the things that I learned through this process, that I was trying to go full force. A lot of times I was trying to take the lead instead of let God take the lead, but he always found a way to sit me back. So, and then like I said, I just learned to trust him. Sometimes it's just like you tell your kids, don't touch the stove hot. We still touch the stove.
They gotta do it.
So now we can't use that finger until it heals. So, and that's the same thing with God. God, he'll pull you back, but he'll also allow you to get back on the right track. And I tell everybody every time, if God put you through a situation and you didn't learn that situation, then he's going to continue to put you through that test. No matter
it's going to get harder every time.
And no matter how many times you take that test, you're not going to go to the next level until you pass that test. And we all learned that. And I've been through it. So I done failed the test. I done passed the test. And every time I let him lead, the test becomes easier. So the scenario I use is that it's just like you're taking a test with no study material compared to you taking the test and the teacher give you the answer. So I'd rather take the test and the teacher give you the answer. Okay. The journey will be easier.
Okay, then struggle in silence. Then to struggle in silence. Coach, I thank you so much. I remember, those mornings, those moments, lunchtime that we didn't really have lunch. That year was rough.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just same thing as the test. I was trying to teach and I was trying to teach kids and I didn't know what I was doing. So it's just like us building a house with no blueprint.
Right.
And so
Especially if you
that's
don't
all.
have the proper guide to lead you in the way that you should go. And it's there more to get you than to really help you or antagonize the process. And I think there was a lot of antagonistic behavior.
Yeah. But see, even with that journey, I had one of the kids to reach out to me and said, thank you for impacting his life. So even when I look at that, I like, dang, that was one of the worst years of teaching I ever had. But on the bright side, I had kids that I ran across that I actually changed and impact their lives. So I didn't look at it as like a failure year. I look at it like God had me there for a reason.
A reason, absolutely. I remember he would have those kids reading The Outsiders.
Yeah.
They would read The Outsiders every morning, every class. They would look forward to reading The Outsiders. So I know he instilled a lot in those kids, and I watched him as he coached those kids. It was a rough group.
Yeah.
It
And
was
all I'm end up graduating, I still recall them telling me I couldn't lock the kids out. I could say it now because I'm not there no more.
right,
I
right.
couldn't lock the door for them being late in class. So I'm teaching time management. So all
Yeah.
the kids, my kids, running through the hall. Coach McCoy ain't gonna let us in. He gonna lock us out. So,
Oh,
but
they'll
it,
come to my room. You ain't coming in here. Bye.
but it actually taught them discipline. It's taught them I
Yeah,
can't play around and still have to get to a meeting. If I have to get to that meeting, I'm gonna get to that meeting on time. So,
absolutely. Life skills. That's what a lot of kids are missing, life skills.
mhm.
So again, Coach, thank you so much. Alita, I know you are chomping at the bit, honey.
She's still
Oh, did she
multitasking.
freeze?
She froze.
I think she froze on me.
That's how God do. God gave her so much excitement. She
I know she like,
speechless.
oh yeah, it's freezing on you. Coach, I thank you so much. It has been a pleasure. I love hearing about what's going on in your life. I knew as I watched you for the last, has it been 3 years?
Mhm.
3 years just speaking it, doing it, getting it done. 2 people, 1 people, 12 people, on to 146 people, for profit and nonprofit. And people like Yolanda Walker that is by your side, Bianca by your side. Bianca helping you stay grounded. Yolanda saying, hey, what else we gonna do? Let's get this thing going. I got your back. While you taking your little time off, I got your back. And we're gonna keep it going on this end. So it's good to have good people in your life. I'm so thankful that you took time out of your schedule to be with us tonight.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah. Oh, what part of Mississippi? It's Tallulah?
Hattiesburg.
Hattiesburg. Oh, Hattiesburg. Why Tallulah came up?
That's the Delta.
That's the
Tallulah?
Delta.
Is that even a city in
That's right.
Hattiesburg?
I have no idea. That name came up in my mind.
Tula?
No, it's something else up that way. I don't know. Don't quote me. I'm from Baton Rouge. Doggone it. We're in the Gloucester, Natchez,
Oh yeah.
Centerville area.
Woo. Yes. Hold on, y'all.
Okay.
I'm froze. Oh
We
my
can hear
God.
you though.
Yeah, we can hear you, but your I don't know what's going on with your picture.
Lord, come on now. All of this drama. It won't come out for mute.
You're talking. We can hear you, honey. Bless our heart.
That must be the iPhone 12.
So silly. Well, we're gonna end on this note. Sorry, Lida, you might have to do a live after the live. All right, you guys have a great day. If you are interested in being on Faith at Friday, if you have a story that you have to tell, get in our inbox. Let us know. We are booking for December. We're almost full, and we are moving into 2021. Unbelievable. Just a thought. And now here we are months later, and we're still doing it. So Thank you guys so much for joining us for another Faith It Friday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will see you guys back next week with topics after dusk. Have a great day. Bye.